Time is 11:10, and you're tuned into the mid-morning talk with me, Fazila Isaac, on Salam Media. Like I promised, we are speaking to CNN's top 10 most avant-gardist creative, Xander Pratt. Welcome to the show, Xander. Are you able to hear us?
I cannot hear you currently.
At all? All right, let's try that again. Now, is it a bit better? No?
Yeah.
Still nothing. Oh.
No.
Because I can hear you clearly. Okay.
No, for some reason I cannot hear you. My
Okay.
cam chat, no.
Okay, let's see if our technical team will be able to assist with that. In the meantime, all right, we'll just yeah, okay, we'll get Xander. We'll try and get Xander back there just to reconnect with us. We do have a bit of an issue because, this happens when you're speaking to someone out of the country. You know how it is internationally. Xander, would you be able to reconnect? Still can't hear anything. Okay, we'll get him to reconnect with us and come back. So just a little bit about Xander. He was in Morocco recently, and what they are currently doing is at the museum, he was exhibiting his artwork. Now, the artwork that he has, his current one, is called the New World Exhibit. Now, the New World Exhibit, it did showcase last week, and it will be showcasing in Egypt as well. Now, he is known for his innovative designs, right? Some of his designs and his exhibits are really, really out of this world. We will show you a few of these as well, and you will be able to connect with him and the work that he does as well. So while we try to get Xander in, let's just take an ad break. And when we come back, we'll see if we have him back on the line with us. Stay tuned.
There's no smell that takes me back to the comfort of my childhood than the smell of blackseed oil being applied by my nanny. Now I'm using Tib Blackseed in my own home to soothe sniffles and coughs, to help with digestion and immunity, and of course, as part of my beauty routine.
Let's just test quickly.
After all these years,
can.
I've come to appreciate the wisdom in finding comfort and shifa in trusted treatments like Tib Blackseed. You can find Tib Blackseed at all leading pharmacies or find out more at blackseed.co.za.
Over 33 million people have been affected by the devastating floods in Pakistan. Homes have been destroyed, crops have been swept away, and roads have been damaged. Families are mourning their loved ones while trying to survive these horrific conditions. Penny Appeal is on the ground now, delivering food, shelter, medical supplies, and water to those in need. You can help save a life by donating today. Visit our website www.pennyappeal.org.za or call 031 1100 573. Penny Appeal South Africa. Small change, big difference. When the perfect blend of stylish decor, exquisite halal cuisine, and warm hospitality come together, it could only mean Al Bayt Lodge, your true home away from home. Al Bayt is the ideal heaven for families, business people, and tourists with its 4-star family rooms and other luxurious facilities. Conveniently situated close to Port Elizabeth Airport, the beach, and other amenities, your stay will be truly unforgettable as you'll be taking home lasting memories of the warm hospitality, the serenity and tranquility that Al Bayt has to offer. For reservations, call 041 583 6415. or visit www.albaytlodge.co.za.
Shimmer, sparkle, captivate. Nothing less than a masterpiece. Droplets of gold inspires precious design. Platinum bursts with intricate freshness. And every pure diamond becomes more than just a girl's best friend. Voda Gold Gem Jewelers, where timeless dreams become a reality. Come to us. We tailor-make designer gold, platinum, and diamond jewelry. Trade in or remodel your old gold. Clad yourself with classy name-branded watches. We offer insurance valuation and freezer card calculation. Visit us at 534 Ridge Road, Overport, or call 031 208 9142. Voda Gold Gem Jewelers,
How did they even
manufacturers
do
of
that?
fine gold and diamond jewelry.
Rejuvenating media day by day. This is Salam Media.
Each day you'll find a chance for you to go there too.
That was
To
also
find
showing
your
when I was speaking to
truth,
you know about
find
that.
a new you.
But I never pressed it.
Before you're due,
I don't know. I don't even touch the mouse.
nothing to do with the old you. Let it all fade, you'll find your way. Just trust your fate. Let it all go.
Listen to something fresh. Listen to Salam Media.
The time is 11:16. You're tuned into the mid-morning talk with me, Fazila Isaac, on Salam Media. We did have a little bit of a technical issue, but we have Xander back. Xander, are you able to hear me better now?
I can hear you better now. And the time
Fantastic.
the time is 11:16, like my birthday, 16th of November. So it's perfect.
Oh, perfect.
Perfect
So happy birthday for tomorrow then.
timing. Thank you. Perfect timing.
So let's just kick straight into it. Give us a brief intro of yourself. I know you are major, so I'm going to leave that to you.
I am, yes.
No, it was muted. I was just about to tell you to unmute.
Okay. So my life is a river with many distributaries. So my physical self has visited many places, and my spirit has visited even more. So South Africa. So it's beautiful that this is coming from there right now, because South Africa was a huge part of my identity, because I stayed in South Africa for a few years, and my mother's father is from there. But I'm from Ghana, moved to Zimbabwe, then from there moved to Australia. But the movements of my body are not the point. It's how my mind moved and how I explored my artistry in the different places and in the different circumstances. My life is based on always creating, on finding the link between my imagination and reality. So, in a nutshell, this is my calling into this world. And once you find your calling, no other voice can be greater.
Absolutely. So tell us about your professional journey. How did you find the inspiration to be a creative?
Yes, so I feel I never found it. I feel it was always within me. It was just me taking time to see it. What happened is I left from Zimbabwe and I went to Australia. And when I went to Australia, the interesting thing is when I was in Zimbabwe, and that's sometimes an issue with a lot of youth sometimes in Africa, because a lot of the kids in school are diluting who we are and diluting the concentration of our resolve, just because they as a group are not able to find themselves, So when I was in school, I was more always observing group mentality, observing group victimization. And immediately I knew the seed I was would never grow in this environment. And the second I went to Australia, I was able to then find my mind. And the funny thing is, it's not I wasn't able to find my mind in Australia per se, but find who I am as an African, which is an interesting thing, because even at home, I wasn't able to find that. So that's when I realized that Africa wasn't only a place, Africa is inside me. Africa is creativity, Africa is expansive, Africa is a continuous metamorphosis. So in Australia, when I then came to this realization, I was found by a photographer called Peter Colson, who loved what I looked like. And he said, you know what? I'd love to shoot you. And the second I did that photo shoot, then I became a model. But firstly, before becoming a model, I was a dancer. Dancing is my life. Dancing is how I express myself. Dancing is my translator from reality to dreams and dreams to reality. So my progression as an artist was being a dancer first, and then becoming a model. From becoming a model, understanding what it is to actually model. So then I started to take photography, and after that, I realized what it was to be a photographer and what I needed to be in front of the camera. So I started to be an art director. And then from art direction, I needed to make the sets more enthusiastic and more alive. So I started to become a designer. So really the progression of my artistry was simply a progression of myself and the progression of what I had to express in order to fully imprint my identity in this world.
I love the fact that you've explored so many aspects of the creative industry just for you to now come out even stronger and better than before. Absolutely phenomenal. You did speak about, leaving, and you've seen obviously some of the challenges that you've gone through, and most of the Africans have gone through as well. What are some of the personal challenges that you've had to go through in this particular industry?
The personal, that's a beautiful question. I'm going to be so frank. The personal challenges are, firstly, I love challenges because, I was raised by a single mother, and she always welcomed challenges. I want someone to challenge me because no one is ever going um, to stop my way forward. I will not allow any human being alive to stop God's plan for me. This is first of all. But one of the biggest challenges I experienced was misidentity. Not being so. For example, Zimbabwe would say, well, he's not quite like a Zimbabwean. Or South Africa could say, some things he does are not. Or Morocco, and Australia would say, no, he's not Australian because he's from Africa. So misidentity. So that's when I realized that my calling is for younger people. It's for the youth to realize that um, where we're born is a portal, but we must represent this place no matter what. So that's why I came back to Africa. And when I came back to Africa, the first thing many people were saying with my artwork is like, but yeah, it's cool, but it's not African. There is nothing like African artwork. As long as you are born here, we are all African. All artwork, is. So, but the second that CNN is like, oh, wow, his work is one of the dopest works in Africa, then the rest of Africa is like, oh, yeah, it is. So this is what we have to change. We have to, as Africans, stop looking up because our necks are tired. We need to realize that what we have is all around us, and we have to start to water our own seeds. And that is the only way that the trees that we grow will become our shades. So the biggest challenges that I had to experience were the people not understanding my work. But that challenge was actually more, I needed this challenge because this challenge is what grew my artistry, because I really don't care about any challenges. I have a vision and I make it happen. That's it.
I love the fact that you brought this to the forefront. As Africans, it's absolutely true. We absolutely wait for the outside world to tell us something that we should have recognized already. We should have recognized you as a certain artist. We should have recognized the greatness that we do have on our continent on its own. But we actually waited for like CNN to say, oh, Xander is, he's avant-gardist. He's one of the top 10. He is so innovative. It is really, really important that we start looking within ourselves and recognize what we have. So you did.
Exactly.
Yeah, I just want to highlight your exhibition. I know you have a collection, Women of Substance NFT collection, and you also have the New World exhibit as well. Tell us a bit about that.
Yes. So the exhibition was very so I'm going to give a background on it firstly. The world, our new world is different. Our new world, if we are not a part of it, can seem strange. Our new world has so many contradictions. As I'd said during an interview in the New World, the same ground we use to plant seeds is also the same ground we use to launch rockets from. And, the same machines we could use to help humans are the same machines we use to make guns. So this exhibition was really about using art as a way to talk about what has to be spoken about at the moment. Because what is art really? Art is subjective, and art is also a campfire. Art is a reason for us to sit down and light a fire and say, let's talk about something. So this exhibition for me was based on uh, projecting the elements in a visual form, be it titanium, be it metal, sun, water, and then use this campfire to actually talk about what we have to be talking about at the moment, which is climate change and environmental change. And it's clearly happening all around us. And this is where humanity usually gets it wrong, because we see it happening. And for example, if you're in your house and you have a restaurant that's right across your road, the house from where you live, you're never going to go to that restaurant because we always believe further is better. So the things that are close to us, we always we don't give value. So right now the climate is changing. This is actually happening right in our world, but we're not talking about it. So the more we talk about it, the more we feel inside. And we don't connect to each other outside. We connect to each other inside. So the more of us that start to feel this, the more change actually starts to happen.
And how about the Women of Substance NFT collection?
So I have Regine, who's actually here now. And she was a huge influence in the Human of Substance NFT collection painting, because she'd given me, I don't know, can she jump on the line? Is she here?
Yeah,
Regine,
she's still there.
yeah. So, Women of Substance for me symbolized, okay, there's a lot that's been happening lately. And one thing I want to get out into my art is that religion and what we believe in, there are so many different ways we express it. And each way is as beautiful as the next way. And each way is a way for us to love. And each way is a way for us to love each other. There is no way that is trying to either destroy the other. And if anything, I believe all ways are ladders. My way is a ladder, your way is a ladder, because your way is my way, and my way is your way, it's our way. So with the Women of Substance painting, this is what I wanted to symbolize. And also my mother is a huge woman of substance. Mother is a my mother represents women for me, because I've seen her struggles, I've seen what she's been through, and I've seen how even in the midst of darkness, she was always able to light a candle, and the the halo you would see there. But yes, so this was a beautiful piece I was honored to be a part of.
I could just listen to you all day. I tell you, such an inspiration, eh?
Oh,
Absolute,
wow, thank
absolute
you.
inspiration. The thing is that you don't just create art. You know exactly why you're creating it. What is the meaning behind it, and what the message is that you'd like to come across. I know you said that Regine has played such a huge role in this, and we do have Regine joining us. If we could just have her on just for a few minutes.
Hmm.
Hi,
Uh,
Regine.
I'm not ready to be but I jump.
The impromptu ones are the best.
Thanks for having me, Fazila.
You're more than welcome. Xander did speak about the fact that, you did inspire him as well when it comes to the Women of Substance collection as well. Can you give us just a bit about that?
For sure, I'm so excited about this particular piece because it's Sanders' first digital and also the partner NFT, which is Women of Substance NFT. So this is an NFT from the Philippines alongside the very first Philippine Blockchain Week, which will take place next month. And it's quite exciting times because the Philippines is or even Asia in general is being positioned as a hub for cryptocurrency and the future of digital art in that Web 4.0 space. So to have multidisciplinary artists like Sander collaborate with this kind of movement is so special, and we hope to see more of these kind of like merging of the physical and digital art worlds together. So watch
Great.
out for that.
Oh, absolutely. You did say that he is exhibiting in Egypt soon, right?
The whole collection of New World, and in fact, the Creativerse exhibit, which we explained on your show, I think last week,
Mhm.
is on the sidelines of the UN Conference on Climate Change, which is taking place right now in Sharm el Sheikh, Egypt.
Oh, fantastic. We look forward to checking out Xander's work there as well. We are at 11:31. We're about to end. Xander, tell us, what does the future look like for you?
What does the future look like for me? More like, what does the past look like for me? And when I say this, I mean, in my artistry, I realized always thinking about what I wanted to do had so much ego in it. I want to do this, I want to do this. And when I started to think about what I want to leave behind, that's when I relinquished all forms of ego. So my work is not really about what I want to do, but rather what I want to leave behind. So what am I going to leave behind? I'm going to leave behind art. I'm going to leave behind music, sound, visuals, books, and a way for humanity in all times to always connect to each other. Because in this space of time, I am here to record a human message and to visually express to the world that we are beyond what we have been limited by groups to feel, to be, and we can express, and we must be closer to our dreams. We must dream. And when I say dream, I mean to understand that this reality and where we are is not our prison. We are here to explore each other, to ask questions, to talk to each other. When is the last time you saw someone next to you and just asked them how they feel? So, what is next for me is to continue my path and have people like you who are a voice of the world, who are translators of messages, to continue to have these conversations. So yes.
It's an absolute pleasure, absolute pleasure. Since we do have people like you whose voices we can also bring forward, we love doing this. Thank you
Thank
so much
you.
for taking the time. I know you're quite busy. It's been really, really great, really inspirational for the morning speaking to you. I do wish you all of the best, especially in leaving your legacy that you want to leave behind. Thank you so much and have a fantastic day.
Thank you. I appreciate you and have a beautiful day.
Bye.
Bye bye.
That was Xander Pratt, extraordinary artist, joining us from Morocco, where he is doing his exhibit, which is going to Egypt to do the exhibit as well. And beautiful, beautiful work that he's bringing forward to us. That was our Hitlist guest today. We're going to take a quick break since it's 11:33. When we come back, we will be speaking to Ms. Gugu Kaba, who's going to be speaking to us about the rights of children and safeguarding them. Stay tuned.